Well, as usual, I got something wrong. That was not the last one. We're changed from glory into glory, and there's no end to life. Because life is what? Our God is. Our Heavenly Dad is life. The Lord, the giver of life. God of the living God. I am come that you might have life, and have it more abundantly. I didn't expect to go on this discourse. Well, as you can see, I thought I was going to finish with the last one. So this is recording J. J is for Jesus. Well, in English anyway. But as I've said, it was Yeshua would be Y in that case, which is you, isn't it? I mean, you as in your personhood, you, Jesus. You see, Yeshua, you are. Yeshua, you are. Jesus. It's a story. It's a never-ending story. It's the greatest story ever, ever, ever. You are Jesus. You identify with the hero. If you're a kiddie, you do anyway. If you're watching an opera, you identify with the hero or the heroine and how they feel. And it's all happening to you. You are Jesus in the story. It saves you going through it in some reality. It's just a story, sweetheart. Not just a story. But salvation, saving grace, everything to life eternal. And it's sent to be a blessing. Stories are. I know these writers of various, Hans Christian Andersen and so on, whoever, actually have a purpose to bless. And, well, typically writing fairy stories, you don't receive a great deal of money or reward. You're lucky if you're remembered. People remember the story, not who wrote it. I mean, who wrote The Wizard of Oz? Don't know. Presumably some American lady, was it? I don't know. Do you see? There's no reward for the writer. Well, except life eternal, of course. How big a reward did you want? I'll settle for that. Love you, Lord, love you. But to the point, for you, listener. Well, I hope you're still listening if you've survived this long, my goodness. You have to be saved. Nobody could survive this long otherwise. And you've got to, listening to this one, you are Jesus. The whole point is it's a guide, an outline, a master, a pattern for you to, a road, a route, a pathway, straight and narrow way, straight to heaven. You wonder how they come off the, how do you come off a straight road? I mean, really. I got tired, had a rest, daydreamed, fell asleep, When you woke up, you were facing a different direction, so off you went. A by-road. Did you read Pilgrim's Progress? Well, the modern version's not bad. I mean, it's got the essence of it in it. But the original one with all the King James type language, And, okay, it's utterly dressed in the Christian religion. But the clothes don't matter, whether it's in Christian religion or Hindu or, I don't know, Rosicrucian or what's that other one? Or Mormon, Church of Latter-day Saints. It doesn't matter what the clothes are. Even Buddhism. The Spirit can speak through it. I've found saints in every denomination and religion you could come across, including secularity and science and academia. And people that have been an incredible blessing to me from all walks of life, presumably as God chooses. And it's not just me, it's you too. You may not have come to realize and recognize such yet, but it is so. You have some cares for us, not a hair on your head. Well, I've not got so many now, but I hope he's keeping them. I could do with a new lot in heaven. Yes, he cares for us. That's the Jesus message. And Jesus is you. It's his message in you. It's not out there in the world. It's not actually down there in some point in history. You can, put your pen or pencil on it and say, there, at that date, this happened. Absolute nonsense. It's a story. It's a fantastic story. It's the pathway to life eternal. It's as simple as that. And you are the chief character. I'm sorry you got crucified in the story, but ease off. I mean, don't worry. It's just a story, sweetheart. From the world's point of view, terrible things happened. He lost them. I don't know, he was... had a bad fostering to begin with, and then he had a home life where mum and dad were murdering each other basically every weekend, every night too, if you weren't careful. Oh, it's terrible. The row, the noise. You can't believe it. They had everything. Oh, I won't go into that again. But, well, I will just a bit. Dad was very well off and mum was very good looking. And I was the only child. Where was I? Oh yes, we're on J. You are Jesus. That's the whole point of stories. You don't identify with being the wicked witch, for goodness sake. Well, you might in some modern 21st century take, but it's probably a sort of Monty Python type approach, really. But do you see? You are the hero of the story, the love of God, and you become the messenger. Of course, because you listen very carefully to the story, and it's changed you accordingly. I'm come that you might have life, and have it more abundantly. So J is for Jesus. And Jesus was Zeus, son of Zeus, Son of the Father God in the Greek. And that was really the Greek, not, the Hebrew, not Jesus, but Yeshua, Joshua. The one who, in a sense, inherits Moses' mantle and takes the people crusading into Canaan. We won't go into the details. That's a horrific story, and not at all godly, I might point out. So we won't mention that, right? Just shadow shapes on the wall. But what counts? Well, John 17. That thou lovest them as thou hast loved me. Wow, we are loved as Jesus is loved. Because we are Jesus. By God's grace and goodness. You are the child born in the stable. You are the one that, in a sense, crucified self. But only for a much greater self. To be Jesus in eternity. Well, I think we should drop the analogy by now and just say a wonderful member of the host of heaven, and a unique member at that. Distinct. Not a clone. We're not all clones of God or Jesus, right? We are, every child in the family is different. Have you noticed? Even identical twins, Mum and Dad can tell. As far as I know. Don't know if there are any exceptions. Well, perhaps there are, because, mums and dads aren't perfect in this world, are they? But in heaven, well, we got very good sight. We can tell the difference. Every individual. Wonderful and loved by God. As one of God's children. This is what I value. Why should I trust in anything else? This is what I value. Why? Because I am a child of God. Just like you. Bless you. And you are blessed. Thank you, Heavenly